give our host a round of applause. They ain't even asked for no applause, and you know they deserve one. They up there doing their thing, you know, but anyway.
Get it done.
Before that 17 minutes on August 28th, 1963, before that speech that still echoes through history, he was inmate 7089, just a few months before. Behind locked doors, he was in a nightmare, handcuffed, roughed up, and searching. I'm sure this wasn't his first time feeling this hurt, because there was cold concrete and cast iron balls. There was no pillow for dreaming. He wasn't leaning on the Lincoln Memorial. He wasn't looking out upon the masses. At his front and back, he had bars and cinder blocks. Inmate 7089 was writing letters from jail and margins of newspapers. He wasn't fighting for ours. He was fighting for his freedom. Fighting FBI directors, ordering agents to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, and otherwise neutralize their leaders. That included him. So of course he was in jail, locked up by those more dedicated to order than justice, setting timetables on freedom, purposely blocking progress. Inmate 7089 said it's a historical fact that privileged groups seldom give up their privileges voluntarily. So he marched on and sat in, knowing it was a setup, so he couldn't even get up a bond out of oppression. If a few months before marching on Washington he was locked up, what do you think is happening to the rest of us? He wrote the reader these powerful words. If one has a legal and moral responsibility to obey just laws, does one have a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws? Expecting to be treated right made you a more acceptable suspect. Water hoses, well-trained dogs, followed by batons that swung fast, knocking your senses through nightmares that are beyond bad dreams. So like inmate 7089, I would agree with St. Augustine that an unjust law is no law at all, especially if it's selectively enforced. Because there comes a time when a cup of endurance runs over, when men are no longer willing to be plunged into an abyss of despair. Inmate 7089 was writing letters from jail, responding to a call for unity, a call only meant for certain people of the community. And we all know through painful experience that freedom is never voluntarily given to the oppressed. It must be demanded by the oppressed, because law and order exists for the purpose of maintaining justice, not just for us, but justice for everybody. So look at 7089 and all his kind, because before the speech, he was inmate 7089. But the dreamers don't even march on Washington anymore. Instead of knocking down, they're gently tapping on doors, quietly whispering that social injustices still exist, taught to show nothing more than a natural impatience for results. Despite being constantly locked up and attempting to be shut up, when will too much be enough? How much longer will we see that in this reality? No wonder how much our hopes are slow to being realized, that we must still get stronger. So inmate 7089 taught us that all communities and states are interrelated. That includes the incarcerated, arrested on streets named in his honor. We must remember when inmate 7089 boldly stated, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So I wonder, who accepted inmate 7089? Who accepted his collect phone calls? I wonder who else besides Coretta was faithfully sitting by the phone at home, anticipating the call that she knew was gonna come. Baby, the road to the promised land ain't easy, and it has a very thin mattress, because this is way past time for the dream. He's in jail, and that's Martin Luther King. Peace.